Happy Monday. Happy Leo season. I don't know about you, but the drama's kicked off in my life. Is that a wasp buzzing around my shoulder? Okay. I have been getting messages from the wasps and the butterflies. There's something in your environment or in your social circle, someone, something, a force, combination thereof, that is destructive and hostile and a detriment to your transformation. Specifically in response to something that you say, there's a hostile reaction. One moment. Okay. Excuse me. So yeah, there's something that you are currently speaking, about to speak about, present to the public, stand up for, maybe. And there's something in your environment, person, place, force, group, that is hostile, that is ready to attempt to consume the energy that you put out after transformation. Okay, first rune for the week. Issa. Issa is ice. Issa suggests that we are scattering our energy right now. This could be a time to withdraw slightly, pull in, without separating completely from the world, because you still need to, take action. Still need to be here. Still need to prepare for winter, so to speak. But Issa suggests that this is a time of transition for you. And while you're in this time of transition, it's important to stay as focused and as concentrated on the task at hand as possible. It's definitely a time to narrow your focus a bit, as much as you can. I mean, we still have the North Node in Gemini, and part of that energy is experiencing a little bit of everything, and doing lots of different new things and learning about new things and using our hands and communicating and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Also, being closer to home in the neighborhood rather than taking long journeys abroad. But with that said, Issa's saying you're a little bit too scattered. There's a little bit too much going on. There's a need to pull in a bit. There's also the subtle warning there to be cautious of things that are not necessarily positive or good for you that may seem incredibly beautiful. Second rune. Dagaz. Dagaz is the day. Daylight, specifically. Dagaz is about a synthesis between opposites. The night and the day. Right? Light and dark. Dagaz brings hope. This is the present position. Isa is the past position. Dagaz is the present position. This is a rune of awakening, of sight, of taking the left and the right hemispheres of the brain on a more mundane and physical level and bringing them together. It is the Hieros Gamos, or Hieros, I might be mispronouncing that, but it's the Hieros Gamos of alchemy, of hermeticism, of taking the masculine and the feminine archetypes and having that internal metaphysical marriage happen. It's not about meeting with outside partners, it's about an internal process. So yeah, this is a rune of awakening. We are in a time of awakening, of realizations, of revealing. And the final rune. Manas. That's kind of cool. Similar concept in this rune, is there not? Manas is the rune of mankind. Brotherhood, sisterhood. Coming from a common ancestor. This is an interesting rune, actually. It's less about a specific event or a specific moment, and more of a larger social, conceptual mystery or rune. To me, anyway. To me, this is talking about not just coming from or being around people that come from a common ancestor. It's also about coming into realizations about what it means to be human, what it means to be a participant on this earth, it's about knowing that, or ensuring that the people around you share some shared vision of the future, some shared values, a shared common goal. This theme actually comes up a lot in the runes, but Manas is less about two people or two forces working together, like the concept behind Uruz or Redo or even Vunyo. It's definitely tied to Vunyo. And actually, if you're familiar with that rune, Vunyo is that. So this is Vunyo mirrored back on itself. This is about those realizations and shared interests and goals with the group without being dissolved into the group, retaining your individual solitary being, right? Remaining separate, but sharing the same path, a similar path, crossing paths with others. This is about understanding that there is always a balance between light and dark, between joy and sorrow, between love and hate, between cooperation and discord. And feeling into these ups and downs, not just intellectually understanding them, but allowing yourself to actually experience them and realizing how beautiful and sweet those highs are every time you drop down and experience the lows. It's about understanding that without that dynamism, is that a word? Without that dynamic, without that contrast, that's a decent word. Without that contrast, life would be really boring. And I mean, extremes, some extremes are a little too much. uh, but this is not about extremes. This is about bonding together through hardship. This is about seeing that we really are all from one family, ultimately. Yet, still acknowledging duality. Yeah, we're all from the same all or the same whole. But here on Earth, we are still separate. We are still individuals. We are still in our own meat suits. So enjoy this dramatic, illuminating, awakening transition period. Remember to take time for yourself, to pull back a little bit where you feel you may be being drained, or if, like the animal message from earlier, if that resonated with you, or you see red flags popping up, take some time to assess, to feel into the situation, to see if they really do have the same shared vision, goals, values. You should be able to see it. Maybe not physically, but you should be able to see it. It should be revealed to you. And if that is the case, then you know what to do. Yeah, you know what to do. So that's your weekly rune reading. Have a wonderful week. Happy Leo season. If you'd like a personal rune reading, you can either email me or book one through my Etsy store. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.